Yo, welcome back. It's your boy ZTM, and we about to pick up where we left off at on part 1. So we stopped at January 24th, 2023, where I told you I woke up that morning off balance. I had started having these weird right-sided headaches on the right side of my head and all this stuff, right? So anyway, I did not go to the hospital that day, but y'all stay tuned because this about to get a whole lot crazier. You hear me? A whole lot crazier. So after that episode happened on January 24th, 2023 with that seizure, the next day and the following days after that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe it ain't going to happen again. Maybe that was just another thing, another tremor or another, episode where, my body just wanted to shake on its own, right? And, I'm going to get to where we is today. Now, I'm not going to take y'all through every single date of 2023 because, man, I can't even recount how many seasons I had after that. I can just remember I had another one. Now, my auras, if you don't know what an aura is, it's a symptom or a sign before you have a seizure. It can last seconds to minutes. Maybe some people might get it in advance, might happen hours before you have a seizure. Everybody got different auras. So my aura was a right-sided headache, which that's not my aura no more today. It's a different aura. I got all kind of different ones. But okay, anyway, had one on I think I had one on. I had another seizure on January 31st, 2023 in second period. I had another one on February 2nd, 2023, second period. Same old, right? I ain't about to take y'all through every single day. So, then I'm in 10th grade at the time too, right? So it's like I was out of school that quarter 3, semester 2, quarter 3. Your boy was halfway out of school. I missed half of quarter 3 from February to March 2023. I missed every single Friday in February 2023. The 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, right? Anyway, I come to school for like a few days. Let's say did I go to school on the 6th? No, I did not go to school on the 6th through the 9th. I went to school on the 13th, 14th, and 15th. And, your boy had a seizure on the 14th and the 15th. Now, the 15th was crazy because your boy had 3 seizures. 3 of them. Yeah, crazy. Had to go home that day. At the same, and that's when the right side headaches was getting a whole lot worse. That's when I was getting noticeable. That's when they was getting real noticeable too. So I go home on February 15th, 2023, and my head hurting. I mean, it's hurting all right there. And on camera, it might look like I'm pointing at the I don't know. Camera on camera, it may look like I'm pointing at the right side, the left. But it's the right side. It might look like I'm pointing at the left side of my head, but it's the right side of my head, all right? But anyway, man, head just hurting. I'm like, man, this weird. And then it's 17 and so on, right? So that whole month of February was crazy, I might go to school every few days. Now, March, I tried not to miss no days, you know what I'm saying? Now, I go to school, March the 6th. No, I go to the dorm on March the 5th, 2023. I leave on March the 7th, 2023, because your boy legs gave out on him after the seizure. I'm like, oh my God, why is this happening, right? But you see, I don't know what's happening. So at the same time, I got a 72-hour EEG coming up, a 3-day EEG coming up on March the 10th, 2023. Now, when I got the EEG done, I wasn't having headaches. I don't know if it was the electrodes or what my head was right there, man. I wasn't having headaches for 3 days. Now, of course they didn't see nothing on EEG, even when I did have one of those episodes. And by the way, it was always the left side that kept shaking, right? I wouldn't have no episodes from March. I had that EEG done on March 10th, got it took out on March 13th, 2023. Got the results back on March 14, 2023. Well, we don't see anything. Maybe it's psychogenic. All right. Whatever. Keep having the seizures. Keep having them for a few days. Just like that, right? Boom. April. Same old. I remember April 5th, 2023's episode. Yeah. Had one and it started in, let's see what. Started in 6th period. No, it started late 6th period, lasted into 7th period, a little bit into 7th period. Went into last class of the day, 8th period, and then that's when I fell out the chair. And that was weird. That was a weird one that day. I can't really remember that one, right? But I'm still at the school, right? And I did a little psychotherapy. I'm talking with the little counselor, and I'm telling about what's going on and all this, right? But I really got nothing. I don't think that's causing my seizures at the time, right? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? She's like, yeah, well, try deep breathing exercises. I'm like, I'm doing that, right? So boom, boom, boom. Then we gonna get April 7, 2023. This is why I noticed something was weird, because I ain't had no seizures that day, but you notice something was weird, because I love my music. I love listening to my music. But when I was listening to my music that day, and the music playing, but it sounded like it's wrong. It sounds like it's going backwards instead of forward. Like the beat, like it's on, let's say, boom, 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 boom. But it's like it's boom. I can't describe it, right? But it's like the music was off and going back. When it's supposed to be going forward, it's like it's going backwards. If you don't know what I mean, you don't know what I mean. But that was a weird one, right? In April 2023, and then, all that boom, 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 boom. I'm not gonna take y'all through every date. Trying to remember some important dates. I think I had a few in May 2023, but nothing major. Oh, also around April, like early April 2023, man, I started doing my own research. I started going on the internet and Google, and I wasn't self-diagnosing. I wasn't trying to self-diagnose my seizures. I'm just looking, what is a seizure? And I didn't know there were different types of seizures. You got generalized seizures where it affects your whole entire brain, where people lose consciousness and they shake like this all over. And tonic-clonic seizures, when your tonic means when your muscles stiffen, clonic means when you just shake, right? Thank God I ain't got no tonic-clonic. I don't want that. I need to know what's happening at all times. I don't want to lose memory of the events, right? And then you got your focal seizures. Now you got simple focal or focal aware, where you aware that you're having a seizure and there's nothing you can do about it. And then there's complex focal, where you are somewhat aware of a seizure, but like your awareness is altered, and also you ain't gonna too much remember that event. Do your research, right? So I started educating myself, and then it had like certain symptoms that had come with it. And I'm like, oh, that kind of match up with me. But hey, I'm not saying I have epilepsy. But I knew kind of deep in my mind that that I had something, right? I didn't want to say, I didn't want to tell everybody, I got epilepsy. No. But I thought deep in my mind, man, this sounds like epilepsy. This ain't no psychogenic nothing. Because there's a difference between psychogenic. Psychogenic lasts longer than epileptic ones. They might look similar, but psychogenic is triggered by stress or, or some type of trauma, flashbacks. I'm not thinking of nothing when I'm having them. They just come out of nowhere, right? And I know it wasn't no psychogenic bull crap they were trying to throw at me. And then, now, around like late April 2023, your boy got this counselor. Now, I ain't gonna say her name, but man, I do not like this counselor. I hated her then. I don't hold hate in my heart for nobody. If I don't like you, I just plain Jane don't like you, right? So she watching me like a damn dog. I mean, watching me in class like a dog. On her little notepad doing this. I'm like, why are you watching me? Leave me alone. You are not contributing nothing to my system. You are not helping me out. Leave me alone. But your boy still kicking through it. Your boy still going and doing his thing, still trying to do his work at school, and still trying to enjoy his day. Right? Boom, 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 boom. Now we're going to May 2023, had a few. Now we're going to get to the summer of 2023 where I had more and more seizures on top of this. And this is where, now I don't know if y'all watched my 2023 videos, because I was doing videos in 2023 on my motivational topics. But my friends noticed a change in my speech, where I started stuttering a whole lot more, and I don't know. Right, I remember June 28th, 2023, I went to the hospital because I had a seizure right here in this house I'm in now, but not in this room. But I was in the kitchen, I was trying to do something, and I knew a seizure was coming. So I should have just sat my behind down. But no, I was just standing up trying to do something, and fell down and hit my head, bounced off the floor, and had one. and, you know, went to the hospital, and they asked me all these questions. I'm like, they said, how long this been going on for? I say, at least about 6 months. Because really, I thought all my seizures started in 2022. But remember, if in part 1, when me and my neurologist just put this together last month, it really started in mid to late 2021. But I thought, with the early shaking episodes, I thought it started in 2022. But that ain't the thing, right? So they say, how about this? We're going to put you on an anticonvulsant, but we're going to send you through a CAT scan, and boom, boom, boom. So they send me through the CAT scan. I get back to the room after the CAT scan. Guess who they got in there? Because they just looked up all this information. Before I went in the CAT scan, they say, I see you had an EEG done when you was a day old. You were born in 2006. You were born in 2006, right? I said, yeah. See, you had the EEG when you were born as when you was a day old. They thought you was having seizures then. So I'm thinking in my head, oh, there you go. They see something. They see something. After the CAT scan, I come back in here. Look who they got in there. A goddamn psychiatrist. I'm like, oh no, man, I was 95% chance of getting put on something. It ain't like I'm telling y'all something. It ain't like I like taking medicine, but if anything will help these seizures, which is helping now, but anything will help, I'm willing to do it. I don't care if it's medicine, I don't care if it's vitamins, I don't care if it's supplement, right? Oh man, like I had to sneeze. But she like, okay, well, we see that, but let's try more therapy. More therapy. More of it. Hold on. Y'all want to do more therapy after y'all just seen that right there. Come on, sneeze. If you won't come out, come out. More therapy. After y'all just seen that right there on the computer, why y'all going to do more therapy? She's like, more therapy. Try it. Okay. Boom. And let me backtrack a little bit because I left something very important now. See, February 2023, February 27, 2023 to be exact, when I was in the healthcare center at the school, I was getting my blood pressure taken, and it said 143/64. So I asked my grandpa what that number was because I didn't know. I did not know what blood pressure numbers was then. I sure know what they is now because I have hypertension. But I didn't know what it was then. He like, yeah, them numbers a little high, boy. I say, okay, boom, boom, boom. But I don't know nothing about no high blood pressure. I think it's happening to older people, but that ain't the case. Right? So boom, boom, boom. After that June 28th visit, go back to the hospital after back-to-back seizures. If you don't know what back-to-back seizures, we call them cluster seizures. On July 10th, 2023, where I had, I think I had like 8 of them, like the span of 30 minutes or whatever, right? Go to the hospital like at 11 at night, boom, they ask me all these questions. They like, man, something need to give. Something is happening. They want to call it psychogenic, but we do know that you're going through something. You know your body. Right? I get in there, do all this. They give me this little Ativan or diazepam or whatever they call that crap. They put in you to calm your nervous system down, and after that, my seizures stopped. That day, at least. Then they gave me this. I left like at 4 in the morning on the 11th. I left at 4 in the morning. They gave me this medicine. During the active seizure, put it in your mouth, boom, and stop it. So after that, I don't know if the medicine messed me up. I don't know if it was the seizure itself. I know my speaking wasn't that great, but I can still speak. That everything just seemed off, right? So let's say it's July 16th, 2023. Even though I know it's July 16th, it feel like July 15th. It's the 17th, it feel like the 16th. It's the 18th, it feel like 17th, 19th, feel like the 18th, so on. It felt like, I know what day it is, but it feel like I'm a day behind. I don't know, right? Kept having, every few seizures every few days, right? I'm thinking in my head, I never get a real diagnosis, man. I never see what's going on. I'ma have this and potentially get hurt and die from it. Well, we gonna August 2023, school start back up. I'm at your boy's side to go back to school, and still have seizures. Now this was like late 2023, the seizures started to die a little down, but they were still there. They never went away. They were still there. I ain't got no problem, and I ain't got no problem. They still there. I was like having them every like once or twice every 1 month apart, every month. I had one on. Now let me tell y'all about this one on September 22nd, 2023, where I was in geometry class and I fell out the chair in that class because the seizure, make you fall out the chair. You can't control what's happening during the seizure. You can't control your body. You can't control what's happening. You can try these. You can try them deep breathing exercises. It might help with some people, but it wasn't really helping with me. I just want to let it ride on through and get up out my way. Fall out the chair. They called me down to the front office. They down here got this. She made me hate. I ain't gonna lie, man. She made me hate counseling. Now I know every counselor ain't like that, but she put a bad taste in my mouth because she down there talking about, well, you can't be having seizures in class. You can't be falling out of chairs. You can't be. I say woman. I ain't say woman, but I'm thinking of me a woman. I can't control what happens during it and afterwards. If you was to have one, what would you do right now? Oh, it's unsafe for you to be here at the school. You can't be here if you're going to be falling out of chairs. You're not sick. You're not sick. There's nothing wrong with you. I say, well, my blood pressure kind of high. Oh, it's like you want to have high blood pressure. And then, man, that's what made me hate her at the moment right there. At the moment, I say, not to this day. I just don't like her. At the moment, I say, you stupid little, you know what? It's like you want to have high blood pressure. It's like you want to have seizures. Did I ask God, give me some seizures? God, give me high blood. No, did I say that? No, I didn't. Some people, it comes unexpectedly to some people, right? So she say all that bull crap, and that's when I knew. I said, yep, I'm gonna hurt her feelings each and every time I come see her. I'm gonna just look at her like this with a frowny face. Yeah, you damn right. I ain't thrilled to see you. Right? Y'all, and see, this is what people got to stop doing sometimes. I understand this might be the counselor's job, or this might be other people doing this to a loved one, or to a family member, friend, or whatever you do, or to a client. Stop saying that there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. You're not sick. There's nothing wrong with you, because all you doing, you ain't making that person feel no better. All you really doing is making them feel worse. That's what she did, made me feel worse. Because I know there's something going on, but I don't know. But I know I'm not feeling good. But you telling me there's nothing going on. You trying to make me feel good when you just make me feel even worse. Ain't nobody self-diagnosed. And I wasn't even self-diagnosed. I'm just saying this was happening. What you want me to do? Right? Because counseling never seemed to help it. Me going to this therapy sessions all the time never seemed to help. When it happened, where it happened, how it happened, which side it happened. If it was psychogenic, it's going to vary. If you had a psychogenic seizure today, you can shake all over and your eyes will be closed. You'll be doing this. And it's not going to be a stereotypical. It's going to be this. Then tomorrow you can just be crying all on the floor. Then the next day, this side might shake. The next day, this side might shake. The next day, you might not have one. The next day, you can shake all over again. The next day, it's inconsistent. Compared with an actual epileptic seizure in your brain, that same side is going to keep short-circuiting. So it's going to affect the same side unless it spreads because it's untreated. Unless it spreads because it's untreated. And then it might go over here to this side. But it's not going to, that ain't how actual epileptic ones last. It lasts 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Or more if it's a bad seizure, or if it's status epileptic, because that means it's a long-term seizure, or it's a cluster seizure. With psychogenic, that junk lasts like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It can last seconds to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, up to an hour. I say, oh, that's crazy. That's great, because I did my education on it. I'm like, that's not me. That's not me. My eyes don't close. My eyes don't close during a seizure. When somebody tap me on my shoulder during it, this how you know if it's real or not. If they tap you on your shoulder and you stop seizing, it's not a real. It's a psychogenic one. If somebody tap me on my shoulder, I can't feel it. While my arm doing it, I don't feel why they them tapping on my shoulder. I don't feel anything during the seizure, regardless, right? Until after the seizure is over. If I'm laying on the floor, I might feel it. If I'm laying on the bed, I might feel it. If somebody tap me, I might feel it afterwards. I ain't gonna feel it while it's happening. So that's the difference, right? But anyway, yeah, that was September 2023. Then October 12th, had one. November 29th, had one. Boom. I ain't had one in December 2023. Now we're going to get 2024. Now, this was a weird year because this is why I noticed a pattern with these things, right? January 19th, I had a weird aura before it happened. You know how you can get emotional before a seizure? Where it felt like I was talking to, one of my classmates, and all of a sudden I just started feeling sad for no reason. Then like a few minutes later, what happened? Yeah, but had like a 3-minute, 4-minute seizure. I don't know. I ain't going to no hospital in class though. But anyway, I started having more auras, right? And then, also February 2nd, 2024, a year later, after I figured I had high blood pressure, your boy actually get diagnosed with high blood pressure, and boom, now I'm taking the blood pressure stuff, which actually help, right? And then after that, the seizures got less frequent. After they treated my high blood pressure, it got less frequent. So then, April 4th, that was prom. Yeah, loud music and a lot of that sugar, and plus a lot of loud noise can overstimulate that brain, and yeah, it's gonna cause a seizure. So boom, I had one. I had one on May the 12th, 2024, with my blood pressure shot up to 225 over 194. Why? Because I decided to skip the medicine. Yeah, your boy had one then. I had one in June. July 2024, like this 22nd or something like that, 22nd or 23rd or something like that. I was at this workshop for this vocational rehabilitation thing down in Jacksonville. And basically, I was working at the St. Augustine Lighthouse, and I was pointing, you got to say the same thing for over and over again. That junk got tiring. And also, you stand on your feet for like 8 hours. You might sit down. You might can sit down for 30 seconds to a good little minute, but you got to get right back up, and then boom, boom, boom. You got to say the same thing over and over. And boy, did my brain get tired of that. Had one of that too. Hey. And then, now we're going to get to August 2024, where, now this was weird. August 2024. August 15th, 2024 to be exact. That whole day was going good. I started getting a headache. It came gradually, then it got worse that day. So that night, I went to the healthcare center to go take my medicine anyway. Now, at this time, I'm not on seizure treatment yet, right? Because it's still happening. I'm still getting these mixed answers. Nothing, right? But okay, I take my medicine, and I take some for the headache, right? It go away. I had my temperature was up that day. It was like 100. Oh, okay. August 16th, 2024. I wake up that morning. That's a Friday. Now I wake up that morning. Everything going good. This the first day of school also. First week, not first day of school. First day of school, August 12th. But first week of school, great, right? August 16th, 2024, I wake up that morning. Everything going good. Slowly get the headache back. Now the headache wasn't on the right side. It was all right here, right? It slowly came back. And it gradually got worse throughout the day. And your boy, now in Florida, in Florida, it is hot during the summertime. Well, I'm outside just sitting on the bench, but I'm cold out there. It's hot out there, but I'm cold, okay? Your boy got the chills. Anyway, the headache just still there. I just feel like somebody just beating on your head with drumsticks and hammers and all that, right? But I'm riding it out. I say, yeah, it gonna go away. I can sleep that off. Get on the bus, on this long behind bus ride back to where I'm going. Leaving the dorm, boom. Okay. I get home. My mom, my mom who came got me, she said, okay, I'm gonna give you one of the 800 milligram ibuprofens, and if you still got the headache 2 hours later, man, we're gonna have to take you to the ER. Right? I get to the house, she give me one of these big behind Myconite pills, look like dang on Myconites. I took one of them. In a matter of minutes, what y'all think it did? Did it make it worse, or did it make it go away? I don't know what it did. I don't know if it was that, but the headache intensified. It was already at 100%. That thing went up 1,000%. Man, I don't usually cry with no headache. But boy, that day I cried with a headache. It felt like somebody was shooting lightning bolts through your head with wires and just keep stabbing your head over and over. I ain't stopping. I was crying. She rushed me to the ER. She rushed me to the ER. I get to the ER. You know, they take my vitals, blood pressure a little elevated, but you know, it ain't too dangerously high. But you know, my temperature was like 102, 103. I don't know. That's probably explain why I was cold, because I don't know. People usually be hot with it. With a fever, people usually be hot with it. I was cold with it. I don't know why, right? But anyway, so they take me to the CT scan because they asking me to do all this, and they ask me to do all this and raise your hands because they're doing a stroke test on me. They take me to the CT scan. I don't know what they see on CT scan. They must be didn't see nothing, but they clearly had to see something in order to get me airlifted to another hospital. Yeah, your boy got life flighted. And if y'all don't notice, with this hand, I can hold it out. With this hand, I can't really hold it out. This the left hand. This the left hand. The left arm is what the seizures usually happen on. The left arm, what the seizures usually happen on. Right? So anyway, get there. They life flight me to a Baptist whatever hospital on the helicopter. I think I had a few seizures on that helicopter. Don't too much remember. The rest of the day, I remember bits and pieces of. They said, "What you want to eat? You want Chinese food? You want Zaxby's?" I said, "You know, Chinese food." All right. Get Chinese food. I'm sitting up in bed. I'm sitting up in the bed trying to eat the Chinese food. I can't even eat it, man. I don't even want it. I'm like, I don't want it. Can't eat it. So they take me to do an MRI. Now I remember bits and pieces of that because I remember little beep sound. Bam, 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 bam. I remember little bits and pieces of that, but I don't remember nothing like that. Right? They say try to keep the shakes under control before you go in there. I remember this part very vividly. Try to keep the shakes under control before you go in the MRI. I looked at them. I'm like, okay. Anyway, bits and pieces of that. Wake up. They must have gave me Keppra. Okay, they must have gave me Keppra because I would knock that until the next morning. I wake up. I'm in the hospital. They're like, "Oh, you're awake. Are you thirsty? You want some Gatorade?" I say, "Yeah, I'm thirsty." I drank that Gatorade in like 30 seconds. They said, "That's what Keppra will do to you." I said, "Y'all gave me a seizure medicine." Y'all really did that? Okay, cool, whatever. So that same morning, a few hours later, they take me down for another MRI. Now, this one I was actually conscious for. Yeah, I never got an MRI done before. This was nerve-wracking. They put me in this machine. They close it up. They say, "Squeeze this if you need me to stop it and if you need to take a break." So they put the headphones over my ears. They say, stay still, don't move, or we're going to have to restart it. So I'm laid back like this with my eye closed. All right, now you got this. You hear this right here. Bam, 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 bam. I say, oh, no. Boy, the table vibrating. I'm thinking, I said, if I open up my eyes and I see that thing right in front of me, boy, I might fall off this table, right? Bam. Bam! I said, I hope this be over with, right? So anyway, that was a quick 30 minutes, man. I was trying to think about something else, but try to get my mind off that note. I'm trying to think about something else. I'm like, oh no, boy, if this machine break down with me in it, oh, it's over for me, dog. I ain't getting back up, right? Boom, get me out that machine. They left me down there for like a good few minutes. They were supposed to take me automatically up to my room. I'm falling asleep in this dang on wheelchair, this hard behind wheelchair. I said, man, come on, take back up to the room, man. I'm tired, man. I want to get in the bed and go to sleep. They get me back up there. They say, you need any medicine for a headache? I say, no. Even though the headache slowly started to come back. I said, I don't want no medicine. While I'm laying in the bed, the headache kept coming and coming. I said, Mama, hit the button. She hit that button. They came in there with some cocktail of I don't know what. They said, this is going to make you real sleepy now. They put that junk in the IV. And, well, I don't know what that junk did to me, but that junk made me started feeling sick. I mean, it felt like I was restless in the bed. It felt like I wanted to toss and turn and jump up and down in the bed. I just wanted to get out the bed and start running and do something because I'm like, I don't feel good. But none of the other, I go to sleep. They sent me home. They say, we don't know what, we didn't see anything. There's something called a hemiplegic migraine. all this, right? So try to take this migraine medicine, which they ain't give me nothing for it. But anyway, that was August. Then, now this is the pattern I noticed. September 16th was a spasm. Spasm is not the same thing as a seizure. Spasm might be a seizure, something like that, right? So I'm gonna break the pattern down to you. I want y'all to see something. October 22nd, 2024, seizure. November 18th, 2024, seizure. February 25th, 2025, I fell down for some reason. A weakness hit my left arm and left leg at the same time. I fell down at where I was at the school. And your boy in 12th grade at that time. Anyway, February 27th, 2025, seizure. April 10th, 2025, seizure. June 19th, 2025. Now, I don't know if this was my first ever high off of THC. Seizure. July 10th, 2025. I think it was THC again in my system. Seizure. September 22nd, 2025. Seizure. Now, I'm down here at the center at this time too. So I had 2 seizures that night in like less than 10 minutes. I didn't think I was going to have one the next day. September 23rd, 2025. Cluster of seizures. Go to the hospital. Now this is where it get interesting. Because they did the EEG on me in there, and then all of a sudden they said, we don't know what's going on with him, because this is at Halifax and Daytona, right? We don't know what's going on with him, but the neurologist here at the ER gave him Depakote, and one of the see, I can't go see the neurologist. I don't live in Daytona, right? But that's where I was at the time. Boom. Give me 30-day trial of Depakote. I didn't take it right away. So I'm fighting my way trying to get back up into this center. All the way through the whole month of October 2025 went by fast. Now, October 2025, this is why I noticed something. This was a whole aura month. And the aura is basically a seizure before actual seizure. It's a sensory seizure before actual physical seizure. So October 2025, I got that smell again when I told y'all about in part 1 out this left nostril. I kept getting that metal burnt smell. And it kept coming and going and coming and going. It smelled like chemicals too. Kept coming and going, October 2025, aura month. Now, I'm explaining this aura because I thought this was electric shocks in 2023, but this is not electric shock. If y'all know with auras, if y'all know about the rising up sensation, when I first heard of the roller coaster sensation with seizures, I didn't know what it was until now. It feels like, okay, let's say we chest to chest, you trying to pick me up off the ground, and you just pick me up and put me down. It's like being lifted up off the ground and put down over and over and over and over and over, right? That's what that rising up sensation is. It's like an internal lift or a roller coaster drop or an elevator drop or what. Weird. Also, you get these time split moments, these split second moments where like you about to black out, but you really ain't. It's like time skips a second ahead. Like I'll be talking and this thing, we don't fast forward, like, a scratch CD. Aura month. November 2025, November 12th, 2025. I took the Depakote trial. I took it on November 12th, 2025. Took 30 days of it all the way to December 11th, 2025. Guess what? It actually stopped the auras and the seizures all together. Yeah, actually stopped it. I say, there go my answer. Here go my answer. But that was a trial. I couldn't get no more refills. So after I ran out on December 11th, because also it helped, it stopped seizures, it stopped auras, and it stopped headaches too. No headaches, I had no headaches, no seizures. I say, yep, that's my answer. Do it one cycle, no damn psychogenic. Stopped on December 11th, 2025. I had no choice. I took the last one. After that, I want to say like the 12th or the 13th, the headache, the right side of headaches at least slowly started coming back. I ain't have any auras until December 15th, 2025. That night, I get up out of bed. I'm about to go take a shower, get this loud ringing in my ears. Can't describe it, but that's what it sounds like, right? And that time split second, like a seizure about to happen, but it really ain't, like a blackout, but it ain't really no blackout. I said, oh man, I'm telling you, I'm about to have one that night. Well, I didn't have one that night. Now, December 16th of last year, I'm sitting on the bed on my phone, scrolling on my phone that night. All of a sudden, I ain't getting no warning before this happened. Man, the phone fell out of my hand. Boom. Whoa, 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 whoa. I say, oh, man. Right? And I go stiff with my seizures, too, afterwards. My body be locked up like this. You can't move, man. My body locked up like this. I can't talk with them. See, if y'all don't know, back then, late 2022, early 2023, I could talk with my seizures. But since they were so untreated for so long, I guess it messed up my speech area where I can't talk no more. So, boom, that happened. February 12th, 2026 of this year, your boy, I think I smoked too much of the THC. And it contributed to that. Now, we're going to get to March 2026 after I leave my 2-week evaluation at the Conklin Davis Center for the Visually Impaired and Blind, which I will be going back to the next month. But leave there. And deja vu, I still had deja vu here and there, but it wasn't the same deja vu. Like if you say certain words or phrases, like somebody was talking to someone next to me, and he said on the lines of no matter what happens, and I got this instant flashback of I said to myself, I remember somebody saying that exactly like that to me. But it only lasted for a few seconds or maybe a minute, and I was out of there. But it's like a dreamlike state, like you remember something being directed towards you, but you don't actually remember that. Yeah, I still have my deja vu moments. I don't remember what date that was in March. Now I'm gonna describe. Now this is where it get crazy this year. Before we get to where we at now, yeah, we gonna get to the good part. But let's go through this, right? March 28th, 2026. I was up all night. I went to sleep at like 9 or 10 something that morning. As soon as I laid my head on that pillow back there, all of a sudden, this rising up sensation, because I've been had that, the rising up sensation was coming in waves. It was non-stop. And I'm laying on my left side and it's non-stop. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is weird. Why is it happening like that? It's like, I don't know where, the people say go up from the stomach to the chest to the throat. I don't know what it feels like. I don't know if it's going up from my stomach to the chest or what. It just feels like an internal pickup. I end up going to sleep, wake up, rejuvenated. Nah, same thing happened on March 30th, 2026. I'm laying on the right side. It's like 10:43 in the morning. I remember that. Same thing. And it happened a few more times after this. April 10th, 2026, your boy had auditory sound. Like I heard an echo. I was listening to a video on my speaker back there. I heard an echo come from a video. So it's like you heard. I say, oh, that's weird. Let me rewind that video to see was that actually the video. I rewind the video. It didn't come from the video. I say, okay, that's weird. I'm still laying in bed. I hear it again. Rewind the video to where I heard, to where I thought I heard it. Didn't hear it. So I say, oh, that is weird. And I go to sleep that night. April 13, 2026. Boy had a seizure that morning. Later on that night, everything just sounded sharper and muffled around me. Like it's like you talking out of a mega mic out of your hand. Hey, what it do? What up? That's what it sounds like. That's what my music sounds like. That's what when I'm talking. That's what it sounds like. I'm whatever, right? That night, that was weird. I'm gonna give y'all the weirdest thing. Now, April 16, 2026, I was supposed to see the neurologist up there in Jacksonville, but couldn't go due to transportation issues. So, April 19, 2026, I had this 2-minute rising up sensation special. That was the aura, the 2-minute special, where I was laying in bed, I was listening to my music, and I rock when I listen to my music. So, I'm rocking while I listen to my music. All of a sudden, you get this 2-minute. It felt more than like 2 minutes, but you get this. Ooh, hey, like you on a roller coaster, and my left arm doing this, and I'm trying to sing at the same time, making my left arm twitch. That's what the rising up sensation do. That was April 19, 2026. Now I'm about to describe these sleep episodes to you because I don't remember when the first sleep episode came, but all I know is this. It's like you in a deep sleep, and all of a sudden you wake up from a deep sleep, and you get this overwhelming sense of fear or dread that crosses over you. Now, that's another seizure symptom. It's fear, dread, or impending doom, okay? Now, fear, dread, and impending doom is not the same thing. Fear, you have a known cause that cause that fear. But with seizures, it just keep hitting that amygdala area and it's causing a false alarm for no reason. Dread is like, oh, you dreaded something. You feel like something bad is about to happen. You feel like something's coming your way. Well, I think I had one last year, but I don't remember what date that was. The last sleep episode I had like that was June 10th, 2026. Where I woke up and so let me tell y'all about that. I was up all night. I crashed hard in the afternoon, around 1 in the afternoon. I ate Chick-fil-A at 2 in the afternoon when I woke up because I really didn't feel like eating it, but my grandparents bought it, so I ate it. Boom. Go back to sleep. I don't know what time this actually happened, but I know this was like in the early afternoon to early evening hours where I was asleep. I got the video playing. I wake up out of a deep sleep, and all of a sudden I get this overwhelming sense of fear or this overwhelming sense of dread, like, oh no. When I go thinking to myself when this happens, oh no, right? Because it's like an oh no feeling. And it feels like something's bad is about to happen around you. And like you see shadows coming out. It's like shadows going across the room. This ain't no sleep paralysis. My left arm might do something like this where it's reaching out by itself. And my left eye might go scanning like that. Might go scanning across the room. And it feels like something's approaching me in the room, even though I know nothing's in the room with me. It feels like something is approaching me, getting closer and closer to me. But there's nothing getting closer to me, right? Them the sleep episodes. I can't remember when the first one was, but that was the last one on June 10, 2026. Then I woke up at 8:19 that night. You know, I wake up, and a few minutes later, I get the jerks. Boom, 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 out my left arm. Now, that lasted for like a few seconds. Around 8:30 to 8:40 p.m., I'm riding the car going to get me some Zaxby's. All of a sudden, your boy had a full-blown seizure. I put this left arm, boom. See, it hurt when you try to... See, let me tell you something. With seizures, seizures, it do it on its own. But when you try to do it yourself, that junk hurt your arm. That junk hurt your shoulder. It happened. I think I had like 2 or 3 of them. After that, you feel physically drained after it. I was supposed to go see the neurologist on June the 4th, but due to the insurance company, they couldn't do their job right, so I had transportation issues. Well, we're going to get to where we at right now. July the 8th, I think my last seizure this year was June 25th, 2026. Maybe I probably had a few spasms after that, but nothing major. Now, July the 8th, 2026, I did not miss this one. I actually went to go see this neurologist. He's a great one. Down here in Tallahassee, Florida. So boom, go see him. I lay everything from the beginning all the way out to the end with him. From what they said in 2006 to what happened in 2021, and he caught me with 2021 one because he said, "Have you noticed any deja vu, weird smells, weird taste?" Asked me all these questions, and then I laid it all out for him. He said, "Man, that sounds like that's not no psychogenic seizures. No matter what these tests show, EEGs are not going to show every single thing that goes on in your brain, even for 3 days, because it could be deeper in the brain where we can't see it at." So he said that sounds like textbook temporal lobe seizures, focal seizures. And I showed him how I can't hold my left arm up. I can hold it up, but this hand will go to dangling. I can hold this up straight. This hand will go dangling. This right arm, I can hold it straight, right? He said, yeah, this some type of, this is temporal lobe seizures. So what we're going to do is, he said, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give a referral to the Mayo Clinic. I'm going to refer you for some genetic testing. Because you got congenital cataracts, which you got them removed at 3 weeks old, but you were born with congenital cataracts. I didn't tell him I started walking and talking at the age of 3. My mama told me I started walking and talking at the age of 3. I didn't know that. I thought I was doing that earlier, but I started walking and talking at the age of 3. Yeah, development to the leg. All that, boom. So he gave me the diagnosis. He said, okay, how about this? I'm going to try you out on Keppra. Well, he said, well, we don't want to put you on Depakote because you see that your liver enzymes are a little up. Yeah, Depakote can cause your liver enzymes to spike. So he didn't want to put me on that. He said, okay, I'm going to put some on that's liver friendly. I'm going to give you this Keppra treatment. So he put me on 750 milligrams of a big bottle of Keppra back there. 60 days, well, it's only 60 pills, but you take 750 twice a day. That make 1,500. basically it don't last me for 30 days. So I'll be out. Like I started taking that on July 9th and I ran out yesterday, and I started my new bottle today. I run out on September the 6th. Take that twice a day. We're gonna do this genetic testing and see what could be causing these seizures, see how we can treat it with vitamins and other stuff besides the seizure medication. But for now, take that. And ever since I've been taking that dang on Keppra, he also prescribed sumatriptan to me. If you don't know what sumatriptan is, it's a migraine medication. Sumatriptan is a migraine medication. So when you feel a migraine finna start or an active migraine, you take that, boom, it'll go away. I only had to take that one time. You don't take it every day. You take it as needed. You don't take that every day. It's a prescription, but you don't take it every day, right? So I only took that one time. I think I took that the other day. Boom. So that's where we at today with my seizures. Got diagnosed a month ago. It's on July 8th. That's crazy, man. That's a neurologist that actually listened instead of brushing you off, instead of relying on all these tests, and instead of saying, oh, well, psychogenic, we don't see anything on the test, so we need to do more therapy. No, man. If I told you therapy wasn't working for me, I'm not asking for medication, but if it's going to help, give me something. Therapy is not helping me. Now, I'm not saying I hate every counselor. Look, I don't hate every counselor. I don't dislike every counselor. What happened was she was the wrong one for me. And now, I know every counselor don't work like that, but hey, take your health seriously. Never give up on chasing an answer. Never give up on your health, the people around you, and yourself, man. Because once you keep chasing and you determine to get an answer, it's not because you want an answer. It's because you need that answer so you can continue to live your daily life. And that's what I wanted. It took 4 years for me to get that. 4 years. Going through back and forth through all this and all this and all that. And I am where I am today. And I want to thank the Heavenly Father for that. And He got me through all of that. I have had no more seizures ever since. Starting Keppra, I have no more seizures ever since. Now, I had the EEG done on July 28th. On this past week. Now, I got to follow with my neurologist on September the 9th next month. I will give y'all an update and see what he say. My genetic testing ain't due. I got to go to Gainesville to get that done at UF Health on October the 12th. So, with that being said, man, your boy is good where he's at. I'm going to keep dropping these motivational videos for y'all. I might go live one of these days and give y'all a little message. But with that being said, man, this your boy ZTM. I'm up and out of here. I appreciate you if you watch through the whole thing. I know this one had to be a little longer than the last one. But hey, I ain't want to break it up to give y'all like 20 parts. So I gave y'all a 2-parter. With that being said, man, y'all stay safe. Take care of yourself. Keep the Heavenly Father on your side. Keep the faith, because the faith will always be with you. And see, that's what kept me through that whole situation, was faith in the Heavenly Father up there. But with that being said, man, you know He's got your back. You know He's watching over you. You just got to give it up to Him. You got to put it all in His hands, because He's going to fight the fight for you. Just let Him sit back and work in His mysterious ways. But with that being said, the playing field is level. The choice is yours to make. You can either make a good decision or a bad decision. It can either have a positive or a negative impact on you and the people around you. That's all I got to deliver to y'all ZTM, dear listeners and viewers, for the day, man. Y'all have a great one. And I will see y'all in the next go round. Keep the faith.